Hey everyone, so we just wanted to do a little recap. Obviously we had the games a couple weeks ago, and since the games we have gone to Columbus, Ohio and visited the Brogue headquarters. We actually also stopped over at Chicago before that, didn't we?
Yep.
But that was only for a brief second. Then we went to New York and took my parents to New York. We come back to Nashville and we have basically just been trying to get ready for the next adventure, which is the bobsled and Rogue Invitational.
Yeah, so the last 2 weeks, where we are now, we're actually packing up our place again. This seems to be a common trend, and I'm sure you guys have seen that in the previous videos, but we're packing up and we're preparing ourselves for the pre-season bobsled. And then
Which will be in Lake Placid.
Lake Placid. We'll be there for about 36 days, and then once we've done that, we'll then head over in early October, head over to
Austin, Texas
for a bit of a training camp again, to get back on the CrossFit wheels for Rogue Invitational, which is taking place at the end of October. Once that's done, we'll then find ourselves heading over to Europe, and then we're going to start the bobsled campaign
for the Olympic season.
For the Olympic season, yeah. So this is the qualifying season right now for the bobsled. If you follow us, you'll learn a lot about bobsled because we'll be learning at the same time as you guys. So this will be fun for us as well to capture and document as well. But we don't know too much about the details, fine details for that season. As you all know about the COVID, it's still very much present. So we need to navigate that on a week-to-week case. But what we can tell you guys is that we are weeks away from heading out of Nashville for a small period of time, heading over to New York, then Austin, and then Europe. What else has been happening?
What else has been happening? I feel like, well, we actually were teaching my mum and dad how to properly snatch and clean and jerk in the time that they came back to Nashville. So they were in the training mode after the games.
We might have some master athletes present there next year then.
Definitely trying to convince my dad at least to be a masters athlete.
Yeah, that'd be good.
He can pegboard, just gotta work on them muscle ups.
And what else is happening? But what we do know is after the Olympics, that's the goal, right? After the Olympics, we'll find ourselves at the end of February. There may be a crossover with the Open. They've announced the dates already, so that's pretty cool that they've announced them so far ahead. It depends on the season what happens, right? So if the season tells us, if we follow the same season as this year, we will find ourselves going to Australia, and that's with the big asterisks of, like, depending on what happens to COVID.
Yeah, if we can get back into the country again. Right now, Australia is in lockdown, especially in New South Wales, and if you're flying from the US, you have to go into Sydney, fly into Sydney, which is New South Wales, and you have to do a mandatory 2 weeks quarantine still. Depending on your passport, if you're Australian, you have to go and compete in Australia. So we've not really planned too much on that because there's just so many what ifs. But there could be two chances. Either we just come straight back here to Nashville and get ready for the... Why are you laughing at me?
No.
And if we are required to go back to Australia, obviously that's quite a process. So with all the requirements, we'll have to try and figure out what's best and go...
I don't know.
What?
I don't know nothing. You're doing really well. I'm learning as well. No, you're doing really well.
Man, he's making me feel uncomfortable. Anyways, but we still don't really, well, I personally don't really understand the whole qualifying process for the Olympics.
Oh, we're still there, yep.
So yeah, we're going back to the bobsled. Let's just talk about the bobsled. Okay, so we've got to accumulate some points. So depending on how we perform in these races throughout Europe. The reason we're going to Europe is because there is no US tour. Is that right?
Well, there's a lot of uncertainty around that, so you know, get international people to attend, and I'm sure that they're going to announce more information. But right now, it sounds like Europe has more of a structure, and they're more confident in their process for qualifying for the Olympics. So that's why we're going there.
And I did get a notification about the Winter Olympics being a lot like Tokyo, where there's no spectators going to be allowed. So
what?
hopefully that changes, yeah, because that would be really disappointing.
I don't know, hey, that'd feel a bit different having the spectators. You put your whole life into this. Well, some people certainly do, and then they don't have the chance to share it with their family.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, we watched it with Tokyo when the CrossFit Games were happening, and no one could have their... Yeah, it is a bit disappointing.
It's okay for the 10K swim. No one could see that anyway. So.
That was actually really awesome to watch.
We watched that in Chicago.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of where we are at right now. Obviously, we don't want to plan too far ahead. The objective right now is obviously to be doing the 2022 season for CrossFit. But where we are and what that looks like, we don't know. We definitely are doing the Rogue Invitational and going on the bobsled team. And
we'll come back to Nashville at some point in the 2022 season to kick it off and to be back with our team here at CrossFit East Nashville and the Proven team. So we're excited for that. That's the only guarantees we know.
And while we're away, our Proven guys here that live here are going to be still flying the flag. So if you are in Nashville, please reach out to the Proven Fitness guys. They would love to have you and, you know, just have a workout or two with you, probably, at CrossFit East Nashville.
Right, guys, so thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. So please like, subscribe, tell your friends.
And comment below, tell Shane stop laughing at me.
And see you in the next one.
Bye, guys.